So this is Vero, Professor, Department of Chemical Engineering, DBS Institute of Technology. So today we are going to discuss some more basic concepts in thermodynamics. Last class we discussed what is meant by thermodynamics, what are the applications of thermodynamics, what is the importance of thermodynamics, and what is meant by macroscopic and microscopic concepts. Okay. And what are the different types of systems, closed systems, open systems, and isolated systems. These things we discussed last class. Okay. So next one is property. So property means a system. A system it may be a solid, it may be a liquid, or it may be a gaseous. A system should have some characteristics. A system should have some characteristic of a system in equilibrium. Any characteristic of a system in equilibrium is called as property. So any characteristic of a system in equilibrium is called a property. Okay. So pressure also you can take it as property. And this property is also what is meant by extensive properties and what is meant by intensive property. Extensive property means it is independent. It vary with the size of the system. Okay, it depends on mass of the system. Okay. That is called extensive properties. That is volume or mass or total energy. We can take it as extensive properties. There is another one is intensive properties. That is independent of size of the system or independent of mass of the system. Let's example pressure, temperature, and color. These are intensive properties. So these things we have discussed last class also. And state or equilibrium of a system. State of a system is any okay at any point of time system it will not undergo any change at any point of time. If system does not undergo any change, particular position we can call it a state of this. So at any point of time, if the system it does not undergo any change, so then we can get the system. Suppose the pressure of suppose the pressure of bar. So that is one state. Okay. If pressure increases means state, there is a change of state. 10 bar we can call it as state. If there is change of pressure means that is we can call it a change of state. Okay. So coming to the another, it is a thermodynamic equilibrium. This is also very important as far as thermodynamics is concerned. So in previous subjects you have learned equilibrium, but we are going to use this term thermodynamic equilibrium. So thermodynamic equilibrium means, so this thermodynamic equilibrium, it belongs to thermodynamics. It belongs to thermal engineering. Okay, what is by thermodynamic equilibrium means, if the system it is in thermodynamic equilibrium, it has to follow some conditions, or it has to satisfy some conditions. What are the conditions? Means if the system is in thermodynamic equilibrium, so it has to be in equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium. thermodynamic equilibrium means it has to satisfy three conditions. It should be thermal equilibrium, it should be mechanical equilibrium, and it should be in chemical equilibrium. If these three conditions are satisfied, then we can say that it is in thermodynamic equilibrium. If any one of the conditions are not satisfied, suppose it is in thermal equilibrium, it is in mechanical equilibrium, it is not chemical equilibrium, then it is we can say that it is not in thermodynamic equilibrium. Only if it satisfies the three conditions, then only we can say that it is in thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay. Next, a process or path. Okay. So already we have discussed a state. State means at any point of time there is no change of property, then we call it state. If there is a change of the property, then we can call it a process or path. If there is a change of property, we can call it a process or path. Okay. That particular change also, if it is a very specific, if it is a very specific, then that particular process should have different names. See, process here he has defined as when a system changes from one equilibrium state to another equilibrium, then it is called as a process. When a system changes from one equilibrium state to another one, it is called process. So that particular change also, if there is any specific change, see here isobaric. In isobaric process, so pressure, in particular change, pressure is constant. Pressure cannot change. Only what will change? Only volume will change. Okay. In isobaric process, when pressure is constant, that particular process is called isobaric. So next one is isothermal process. In isothermal process, temperature is always constant. Remaining pressure and volume will change. That is called isothermal process. And isochoric means constant volume process. It had another name as a constant volume process. Volume is always constant and pressure changes. Isentropic process. Isentropic process means it is constant entropy process. Like this, there are different processes. Okay. And another one is a path. Path means series of states which a system passes through during a process. Okay. So during this process, it crosses so many states. So the locus of all the points, if you take, it is called as a path. So if you take a compression process, okay, so there will be so many other processes also, compression, expansion. If you take a compression, what happens? Pressure increases. So compression. So this is a cylinder. If piston is moving, pressure increases. So pressure increases and volume decreases. So this is a compression process. So here volume decreases and pressure increases. Like that, there are so many processes. There is here one more very important thing is there is a quasi-static process. There is a quasi-static process or quasi-equilibrium process. There is another name is equilibrium process also. So what is meant by quasi-static process or quasi-equilibrium process? Quasi-static process means is nothing but it is very slow process. It is very slow process. So when the process is taking place very slow at each and every state, okay, it should be in equilibrium. It is in equilibrium. In quasi-static process, it is very slow process. When the process is taking place, each and every state is in equilibrium. If it is in equilibrium, then you can call it as a quasi-static process. Here, when the piston is moving very slow, at each and every point, it is in equilibrium. So that is called quasi-static process. Quasi-static process means it is a very slow process. It is an equilibrium process. So it's a state. State means already we have discussed. Say thermodynamic state of a simple compressible substance is completely specified by two independent and intrinsic properties. So in a graph, if at any point if you specify this is one state, so it had two intrinsic properties. Volume is one intrinsic property, another pressure also it is another. Okay, so it is any properties by any two properties if you specify, that is called state. Cycle means see here. So there is a compression and there is expansion. So 1 2 is one process, 2 1 is another process. So first 1 2 takes place, after that 2 1 takes place. Again it reaches to the initial state. Okay. So this is called one cycle. Cycle, how we defined, is a process with identical end states. A process with identical end states. Okay. This end state is identical with the one. It starts with one and again it comes back to the one. This is called a cycle. Okay. So here in thermodynamics we are going to discuss various cycles: Otto cycle, diesel cycle, dual cycle, Rankine cycle, like this. Joule cycle. We are going to discuss various cycles. For all the cycles, the basic concept is this one. It had two identical end states. If again during the change of state, during the change of process, again it reaches to the original position, then it is called as cycle. And this is very, very important as for thermodynamics is concerned, zeroth law. So thermodynamics zeroth law. What is meant by zeroth law? Zeroth law, it tells about temperature. Zeroth law tells about temperature. Okay. Or zeroth law, it tells about thermal equilibrium. Zeroth law tells about thermal equilibrium. Okay. So how this zeroth law is defined? He has taken three bodies, three objects, A, B, C, and how he is defined means if A is in thermal equilibrium with B, object A, object B, and object C. Okay. If A is in thermal equilibrium with, if object A is thermal equilibrium with B, it means that what is meant by thermal equilibrium? Same temperature. Same temperature. If object, if A is thermal equilibrium with B, means the temperature of A and B are both are same. And B is in thermal equilibrium with C, so that means B and C temperature also, if it is the same, then C will be thermal equilibrium with A. C will be thermal equilibrium with A. Okay. If these two temperatures are same, and these two temperatures same, and these two temperatures also same. So this is a simple logic. This will be a very simple logic. Okay, but it tells about thermal equilibrium. It tells about equilibrium, and it tells about thermal equilibrium. So since it is a thermal equilibrium, using the logic, so they develop thermometers to measure temperature. Using the logic of thermal equilibrium, they develop a called thermometers. With the thermometers, we are measuring temperatures. See, in zeroth law, it defined as body A is in thermal equilibrium with body B, and also separately with body C, and B and C will be in thermal with each other. This is the definition for zeroth law. So base for all temperature measurements. Zeroth law is the base for temperature measurements. And so thermal equilibrium is the key word for zeroth law. Thermal equilibrium is the key word for zeroth law. So based on the zeroth law, they develop different thermometers like Fahrenheit thermometer, Celsius thermometer, Kelvin thermometers. Okay. So this is something about some basics. Today we have discussed state, what is meant by state, what is meant by process, what is meant by property, and what is meant by thermal equilibrium, what is meant by quasi-static process, and finally zeroth law. zeroth law of thermodynamics. Zeroth law of thermodynamics, it tells about the equilibrium. And this is the main thermodynamic law to measure for temperature measurements. Based on zeroth law, they developed thermometers. So thermometers works based on zeroth law. Okay. So next class we discuss what is meant by work, what is meant by so how to measure the work for various processes that we will discuss in the next class. Okay. So thank you. Any queries? Any doubts? So today mainly we discuss what is meant by process, what is meant by thermodynamic equilibrium, static process, and what is meant by zeroth law of thermodynamics. These four concepts today we have discussed. Any queries?